The Little Rabbit and the Marshmallow Moon. One quiet night in the valley forest, the sky was so clear that thousands of stars could be seen. But the most beautiful thing was not the stars. It was a big round moon floating in the sky, soft and white like marshmallows. Hmm. A little rabbit came from the burrow under the oak tree. The fluffy little rabbit, Poppy, swung his long ears back and forth, staring up at the moon with sparkling eyes. If we jump high enough, can we eat it? Poppy imagined the moon as a vanilla-flavored marshmallow, the biggest in the universe, melting in his mouth like a warm cloud. Suddenly, a crazy idea popped into his head. We're going to taste the moon. The next morning, Poppy didn't waste a minute. He immediately started planning. We have to make a machine to shoot rabbits into the sky. He shouted, startling the little squirrel named Cindy, who was sleeping on a branch. Shoot rabbits into the sky? Are you crazy? Cindy was shocked. No way! Poppy grinned widely. We're going to build a Moon Booster 3000. How are we going to fly to the Marshmallow Moon? Cindy hesitated, but when she saw her friend's dreamy eyes, she sighed and nodded. All right, I'll help you, but if you fall into a tree, I'm not responsible. Their rabbit launcher was made from bamboo, vines, a wicker basket, and old leather sheets from a turtle at a junk shop. The day of the test arrived. Poppy put on a coconut-shaped helmet and sat on the launcher in the middle of the grass. Ready? Ready! Shoot! Blast! Poppy soared into the sky like a New Year's Eve firework. Wow! He screamed with joy and surprise at the same time. But instead of reaching the moon, he landed in a pool of pudding that Mama Bear had made behind the house. Bang! He became a caramel-covered rabbit. After that incident, Poppy didn't give up. The next day, he tried tying 100 balloons to a wooden chair and sat waiting for them to float up into the sky. The result was that they didn't float up, but the balloons made him spin around Grandma Hedgehog's house for half an hour. Ouch! I'm dizzy! Poppy cried, sitting with his eyes half closed in the basket. The last day before he gave up, Poppy sat under his beloved oak tree, looking at the moon again. Maybe we won't really reach it, he said quietly to himself. Cindy walked over and sat beside him, handing him a hot chocolate. Some things we might not touch, she said quietly. But that doesn't mean we have to be sad, because just looking at them here, is that enough? Poppy was silent for a moment before smiling. That's right. That night, Poppy and Cindy invited their animal friends to gather in the middle of the lawn. They made giant marshmallows from honey, egg whites, and vanilla, molded them into a circle like the moon, and used a small campfire to roast them until the outside was crispy. They called it the Spare Moon. Under the light of the real moon floating in the sky, they all sat in a circle, laughing, talking, and telling stories to each other. Pop looked at the golden light reflecting in his friend's eyes and felt content in his heart. Maybe we don't need to go to the moon, he thought to himself. Just having friends to sit and eat marshmallows under the moonlight is enough. The end.